Welcome to T4G Sports. So today we are going to go over the drama, episode 2 of Lou Holtz and Ryan Day's Schmack Talk. I love it. Lou Holtz, this is the oldest shit talk I've ever heard in my life. Pun intended. This is some ancient shit right here. 86 years old. Give him a round of applause for being that old and still talking football, even if it's wrong. Talking that football. I love it. Legendary coach. I got mad respect for both these coaches. And I love what Ryan Day said, because Lou Holtz comes and talks crap, calls them soft, basically. Says they're not tough. They lost to Georgia, by the way, by a point with an all backup unit in basically on offense. You had Cade Stover, the starting tight end, who, speaking of which, broke a tackle against Notre Dame, then stiff-armed one of your Notre Dame guys on his butt. He was out in the first quarter. Travion Henderson, the guy who had that huge breakaway touchdown that really changed the game and sucked the air out of the stadium, that guy was out against Georgia. Mayan Williams was out, and they started a true freshman, Dallin Hayden, and Chip Trainum, who was a linebacker converted over to running back against Georgia. You might know this name as well, Jackson Smith and Jigba. That guy was out for the Georgia game as well. Can you imagine, just imagine if they had all those guys in? Just imagine it. I'm not telling you like, oh, they would have won guaranteed, but just imagine if they had those guys in against Georgia and they were one kick away from being national champions. One kick, because they would have dominated TCU. So Brady Quinn coming back afterwards too and saying, oh, did he say anything wrong about the last 2 years against Michigan? Yeah, they would have lost against Michigan last year, and if they made the field goal, they would have been national champions. So how are they soft exactly? Are you calling Georgia soft? Georgia fans, what do you think about that? Are you guys soft? Michigan fans, are you guys soft? Because apparently Ohio State should just crinkle you every year, and any time that they don't, you're like, they're soft because you're soft. Do you guys think you're soft? Because Lou Holtz also is calling Notre Dame soft because you lost 2 years in a row. God, Jesus Christ. This is just, and so he says, Lou Holtz comes back. I don't feel bad about saying it because I believe it. I believed it. You believed it, but you still don't believe it, do you? I believed it. Yeah. Notre Dame was a better football team. Yeah, but they played keep away. Look, you had 10 minutes extra time of possession. That's 2/3 of a quarter longer. 2/3 of one quarter. You had an extra possession. You ran the ball continuously the entire game, and then you did dink and dunk passes. Dink and dunk passes. Do you do that because the other team's soft or because you're scared of the other team? I think you do that because you're actually scared of the other team. And I'm not saying Notre Dame's scared and like, oh, no. They were playing a strategic play going, we don't want to give them the ball because they're terrifying. It was a smart play, but you don't do it because the team is soft. Speaking of which, there was 2 quarters in the beginning. The first half entirely. How many points did Notre Dame get? 0? How many rushing yards did you get in the first half? Not enough. They were stopping you. They were stopping you effectively. And then he goes on, he says 3 times Ohio State had a 4th and 1, ran the ball and couldn't make it. Yeah, the problem with that is so did Notre Dame. They gave it to Audric Estime against that big offensive line, and that big offensive line couldn't get a first down for a 1-yard gain with their 200 million pound running back against that soft team. They got tackled for a loss. And then you tried a quarterback sneak on 4th and 1. The entire offensive line got blown up. The quarterback tried to go to the outside to the left of the pocket, and he got stopped. And then the quarterback, they ran a pass play. It was a play action. He ran to the side, tried to get to the first down, and got hit. Ball didn't cross the first. So come on, man. If you're going to talk shit, at least say things that are relevant. You can't talk crap on one and then you literally did the exact same thing. Like, then you're calling your own team soft. And he goes, if I was coaching, I would have said it. Okay, you would have said what? I would have went to our team and said, I think you're better. Okay, not good enough to get a 4th down conversion, right? 3 times. I think you're more physical. Not enough to get a first down conversion. 3. I think you're more talented. Not to win a game after being up 10 minutes on possession, and you're so good you only scored 14 points in a game. I think Notre Dame's a great football team, right? I think they're great, but I also think Ohio State is great. And I think that's why the game went the way it went. I can't say like, oh, I think you're so much better than them. No, we scored 14 points because Ohio State's really tough. They're really, really tough. Ohio State, but then you can flip it and say, we allowed Ohio State in that mighty offense to only score 17 points. And let's be realistic here. You don't want to play Ohio State week 8, week 9. You want to play them now. You wanted to play them week 1. Why? Because you know what Ohio State's made of, right? If you're Notre Dame, you wanted to play them early. If you're Ohio State, you wanted to play Notre Dame late. Just because that's where the power lies. So both teams are fantastic. But to say one's soft and the other one isn't is just, that's so ludicrous. I think Notre Dame's a great football team. I'm going to rank them very high in my top 14 ranking because I believe Notre Dame would have beat almost any team that night besides Ohio State. I really do. I don't think Michigan would have won. I don't think Georgia. I think Notre Dame would have drugged Georgia. If you're allowing UAB to score 21 points, I'm sorry. Notre Dame would have annihilated you. Okay, they would have absolutely crinkled you. And your quarterback would have freaked out because they would have gotten to you. And so I think Notre Dame's great, but let's stop calling one soft, and then I just don't get it. I think it's hilarious. And Ryan Day clapped back. Lou Holtz, Brady Quinn, I don't think you guys have quite ironed out your shit talking just yet. I think you need to go back to the drawing board. You need to write up a few things, figure it out, and then go about it a little bit differently. Because Brady Quinn, if you're calling him soft for the last 2 years, what about Notre Dame? When's the last time you've been in the playoff, and how did that look? You know, I don't know. I think you should stick to your side. Stop throwing stones when you live in a glass house. And, give Notre Dame credit for being a beast. And then give Ohio State credit for being a beast as well and beating a beast. So, both teams, fantastic. If you're a Notre Dame fan, all I got to say is this. I feel for you because that was tough. I feel for you. If you're an Ohio State fan, don't rub it in. Don't rub it into them, man. But I will say this. If you start talking crap, okay, then rub it in. All right. If they start talking crap, rub it in. Just do it. Throw it back. I mean, come on. This world is hilarious. What are we doing? What's up with college football this year? Why is everyone talking crap? What is this drama? I mean, I just don't get it. You got CU going and crapping on the O of Oregon before the game, and it's like, ooh, you sure you should be doing that? You positive? You got Lou Holtz out there talking some ancient shit. What? You got Brady Quinn backing him afterwards, and it's like, ooh, your shit talk's as good as your NFL play, man. Not good, not good. Just go back to the drawing board, everyone. Great play from both teams. I got to say, Notre Dame, great football team. Whew. Amazing football team. Ohio State, great football team. That was a pleasure. Thank you both for playing such great football. And Ryan Day, light him up, dude. Pump your team up. Show that emotion. Where was that emotion? I don't know. I'm done. I'm out. But thank you guys.